What is the human digestive system made of? What makes up this important human function? In class you are taught that it is made up of the mouth, salivary glands, esophagus, stomach, small intestine and large intestine, all ending with the rectum and the anus, where the feces is excreted with a satisfying plot. This video will tell you all the parts of the digestive system, not just what you learn in class. Firstly, I shall talk about your food's journey until the stomach. From the second you put the food in your mouth, your body is getting to work on your food. The mouth has teeth used to chew your food. The molars are for crushing vegetation and other chewed foods. The canines are for ripping up the meat and then sent to the molars for the pestle and grinder treatment. The incisors cut through stuff like scissors, the top and bottom pair slicing the food in half. As the food is being chewed, the salivary glands secrete a fluid called saliva, which is a mix of water and an enzyme called amylase. Amylase breaks down starches and sugars and separates them into little sugars, not just long chains of sugars. Then the amylase ball of food is swallowed and travels down the esophagus, where the walls of muscle do a Mexican wave and push the food to the stomach. While the food is in the stomach, enzymes are dumped into the mix of food and hydrochloric acid, and the muscle walls of the stomach contract and relax to swirl the food around in a lovely, stress-relieving, food-breaking bath of enzymes and acid. Nice bit of trivia for you. When you blush, the lining of your stomach also goes pink. Then this disinfected slush travels to the small intestine, which has many parts. Bile is secreted into the small intestine by the gallbladder, although the liver is where it is produced. The small intestine's job is to remove the nutrients from the food. It is lined with a wavy layer of cells with waves on them to maximize the surface area for nutrients to be absorbed by them. The food slush travels down the small intestine until it reaches the duodenum, which releases enzymes into the food mix along with the pancreas, which introduces carbohydrates, enzyme used for breaking down carbohydrates, lipase, enzyme that breaks down lipids, or better known as fat, and protease, the enzyme for breaking down proteins. This means the nutrients are smaller and easier to absorb. Then the food reaches the midpoint of the small intestine called the jejunum. It continues to travel down the small intestine until it meets the ileum, which is the part between the small and large intestine. The food then enters the large intestine, where the food has the water removed from it, and it meets the cecum. The cecum is the first part of the large intestine and has the appendix. The appendix used to be useful, but now is just there to get possibly fatal infections. Then we get to the ascending colon, which is the name for this section of the large intestine, which is then attached to the next section called the transverse colon, which is the part of the large intestine which runs horizontally across the abdomen. Then we reach the next part of the large intestine called the descending colon, which is another section of the large intestine between the transverse colon and the next part, the sigmoid colon. The sigmoid colon connects to the rectum, where the large intestine ends and the feces is stored before being excreted from the anus and falling into the toilet, or in a dog's case on mum's very expensive Persian ermine fur carpet. Thank you for watching.